Hello. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm back. So this video is just me talking about why I'm less than enthused about E3 this year, and basically my overall predictions plus a little bit of news about upcoming content. So without much ado, let's get into it and talk about why I feel less than enthused about E3 this year. So, E3 this year has been, what's the word I'm looking for? E3 is looking like it's going to be lackluster for me. Allow me to explain. Microsoft is going to be talking about whatever lame-ass new system they have coming out. I know some people are excited about it, but, I mean, this is why I basically am less than enthused about the whole idea. Microsoft is going to focus on some type of buzzword to personify their console. With the 360, it was the power of the cloud and TV sports. With this new system, it's probably going to be some shit involving power because, you know, this is the most powerful console ever created. You know, until the next one comes out. And, I mean, let's keep it real. Power doesn't mean anything if you aren't using it. It's the equivalent of someone having a commercial level kitchen oven range in their house, you know, and it turns out they don't like to cook. No one in their house likes to cook. Hell, they might even be single. And normally when they do cook, they're microwaving it or doing some top ramen or some shit. It's like, you have this really nice kitchen, you're not using it, what's the fucking point? And that's basically what we're dealing with right now. In terms of the whole power argument with Microsoft's Xbox Scorpio. None of the consoles that I would say none of the consoles since the 4th gen were really were ever really used to their fullest potential. Maybe even the 3rd gen for some of the console makers. So really, like, what's the point now? Who fucking, you know, it's like, it's gonna be really powerful. Okay, let me put it this way, okay? Most of the games on the Xbox Scorpio are going to be fucking multi-plats. They'll have to be on the PS4, PC, and the Xbox One. Like, nothing is going to be optimized to that point. The only thing is, it'll look maybe a little bit sharper, maybe a little bit prettier. You might have some more grass. Big fucking deal. What are you doing new? What are you doing with this technology? I guarantee you that you'll still have games that run like shit. You'll still have games that are broken. You'll still have games having frame rate issues, all that shit. It'll just look a little bit prettier. So, like I said, not really enthused about the whole power argument. So, you know, Microsoft is going to talk about their fucking shitty new Xbox. Sony is probably going to announce a whole bunch of games, some of which will be canceled. A lot of them will be lackluster. Apparently, they're making a Knack 2 because, you know, that first one really set the world afire. You know, who fucking cares? And Nintendo, I mean, all they have to do is just show a whole bunch of games. That's it, just games. Beyond what we already know about. We know that Mario Odyssey is coming out this year, knock on wood. We know that Splatoon 2 is coming out this year. Like, I mean, all they have to do is show 2 to 3 other games that we don't know about, and it's done. So, I mean, literally, you know, and let's keep it real. Between Sony and Microsoft, I guarantee about a lot of those games are going to be fucking multi-plats for the two. So what's the point? You know, who fucking cares? So with that being said, I'll give you my in-depth predictions for each of them after the cut. So let's start with Microsoft first. As I said earlier, Microsoft is gonna use whatever fucking shitty buzzword they've come up with the Scorpio, which is probably gonna be power, which, like I said, is fucking boring. Earlier. So let's talk about the games. They'll probably announce another fucking Forza, Halo 6, maybe some exclusive game like Cuphead, maybe not. You know, you can't really get your hopes up with Microsoft because, well, they're a shitty console manufacturer. When I say shitty, I don't mean the quality of the actual console. Although with the 360's Red Ring of Death, you could definitely say that was a shitty console quality-wise. But when I say shitty, I mean in terms of supporting the console and having exclusive games. Like the Xbox One, in terms of having exclusive quality first-party titles, has kind of gone down the wayside. I know some people will say, well, what about Forza? It's a racing game. I mean, every system has fucking racing games at this point. Whether it be you know, and I mean, it's an arcadey racer. It's not a kart racer, but it's an arcadey racer. So, I mean, and Halo, they used to have Fable, but they fucking destroyed that shit. I mean, what's the point? You know? And Gears of War, which really should have ended at 3. 4 seems like just a waste of time, in my opinion, but hey, I could be wrong. So, Microsoft is going to show a whole bunch of games. I guarantee most of them, almost all of them, even the first-party games will be fucking multi-plat, so what'll be the point? If you have a gaming PC, it'll be, like, whatever. So, yeah, you know, they'll show off the Scorpio, it'll be out this fall or whatever. You know, here's what I'll say. If you're interested in the Scorpio, don't buy this shit day one. Wait, it's gonna get better. Because the games that they have are not gonna be, you know, big and bad enough to really make it worth your time to get it day one. I don't think. They might be pretty, but that's about it. Shit, I'm dropping my Xbox 360 controllers. Which brings me to part 2, which is, after the cut, we'll be talking about Sony. So here we go, Sony. They're probably going to announce some generally lackluster first-party games, probably some decent third-party exclusives, like maybe some JRPGs if we're lucky. Whatever. We might hear more about that missing in action game, Shenmue 3. I'm just fucking with you. They probably won't talk about it. And if they do, it's probably going to be a progress report for a game that won't be coming out till 2018 anyway. Or 2019, you know. Because it's not like Shenmue doesn't have a record of being a game that has difficulties coming out for a guy who hasn't made games in years, but whatever. So that leads to, you know, the other games. Sony will probably try and push some games for Sony VR because that flopped miserably, so they're going to be like, oh shit, we got to sell units of this useless ass peripheral. So, you know, it is what it is. So look forward to that. Bethesda might show off their Fallout 4 shit. Maybe. I don't know. Who fucking cares? Their Fallout 4 VR thing. You know, whatever. Which just seems stupid. Fallout 4 VR seems stupid because if you already have Fallout 4, all you need is the little virtual reality thing like a HoloLens or not HoloLens or the Vive or Sony's VR thing, and that's it. Like, you really don't need anything else. I don't know why they're so, you gotta get this piece of shit, you know, whatever. But yeah, not really feeling it. But you know, it might turn out well. You know, it's gonna be pretty damn lackluster in my opinion. I'm sorry, it's just gonna be so fucking boring and useless. But Sony's gonna try. But you heard it here first, folks. Knack 2, because that first game was so fucking awesome. So yeah, that's my Sony prediction. We'll talk about my prediction for Nintendo after the cut. So, what's Nintendo gonna do? Well, they're probably gonna talk about their 3DS system, some games of the 3DS, probably Ever Oasis, probably some other stuff we don't know about, probably that new Kirby 3D game that they've been wanting to do for his 25th anniversary. It's going to have to be something quick because it's got to come out this year. You know, they're probably going to focus a lot on the Switch, obviously. So, I mean, you're probably going to get some more information about Mario Odyssey. If Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out this year, you're going to hear some more about it. What else? You might hear about some third-party exclusives that are pretty fucking awesome, maybe. You might hear about some other things. I think they're gonna do that whole, you know, they're gonna show you some game that looks really interesting, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, you can get off the eShop right now, you know, some shit like that, maybe. This is just a guesstimation. But yeah, the only thing Nintendo has to do at this year's E3 is just show a lot of games for the Switch and the 3DS, which is really what E3 should. Really, E3 is an electronic consumer show, but Nintendo's pretty much just hijacked what E3 is, because they basically just, you know, they do their own thing, which they've always fucking done their own thing, and they're better for it when they do. So that's what I predict Nintendo will be doing at this year's E3. That being said, like, obviously you're not going to hear anything about the hardware. Microsoft, like I said earlier, is going to do a lot of shit about the fucking power of the Xbox Scorpio. Whatever. So, I guess I'll give you, I'll talk to you about what the general, general content coming up throughout the rest of this month after the cut. So, I said earlier that I'm going to be doing a series of reviews about one of my favorite animes in a previous video. So, here we go. I will be doing an in-depth review covering 2 to 3 episodes per review episode about Vandred, one of my favorite animes of all time. After that, I might do Outlaw Star or another one of my personal favorites, The Big O. So look forward to that. Aside from that, have some gameplay videos coming out for Breath of the Wild. I'm waiting for Disgaea 5 to come out. Probably do some gameplay videos of that later on this month. That's it. So look forward to all that. I was gonna do a review of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but I mean everyone's doing a fucking review of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so I think it might behoove me just to friggin' do like a BS Busters where my panelists and myself just review it, and you know, do that instead. But yeah, so look forward to that information. If you would like to leave questions for future BS Buster casts, you know, for Questionathons or anything like that, don't hesitate to leave questions in the chat link in the description field underneath this video, and I will put those questions into my into consideration for future BS Busters, or the one that's coming up whenever you ask those questions. Let's see what else. You can also leave questions at my Discus channel, which is also in the description field. So there you go, folks. Questions for BS Busters, all that kind of type of fun stuff. So enjoy, have fun. Remember, play your games. You know, I really don't care what you play on or what you play, as long as you're playing and enjoying what you're playing. That's it. Peace. Oh, as an aside, please enjoy the rest of the video. This is the Swindle. Pretty fun little game. It's really hard though. You will die a lot in this game. It's ridiculous. But enjoy, have fun, peace.